Captain Kieran Cole had always felt a strange sense of isolation as he piloted his ship, the Vanguard, through the vast emptiness of deep space. The universe, with its endless stars and silent voids, had always felt like a place where humans were but fleeting specks. Humanity had struggled, fought, and risen from the ashes of its own destruction. But out here, in the expanse of space, even the greatest accomplishments seemed insignificant. For months, Kieran had been on a solo exploration mission to the farthest reaches of known space. The mission was simple: survey uncharted sectors, look for new resources, and report back. He had done this countless times, never expecting anything extraordinary. But that all changed when the Vanguard stumbled upon an anomaly in the outer rim. It wasn't on any star map, and no sensors had picked up anything unusual. It was a massive fleet, silent, abandoned, and floating aimlessly in the blackness. Hundreds of warships, their hulls scarred with signs of battle, drifted like forgotten monuments. Some had the markings of alien races long thought to be hostile, others from cultures unknown to humanity. "Report," Kieran muttered, his voice barely more than a whisper, as if speaking louder might disturb the quiet around him. "Captain, it's unlike anything we've ever seen." Lieutenant Harris' voice crackled through the comms. "The fleet is completely abandoned. No life signs, no signals, no trace of recent activity, as if they were left in a hurry." Kieran's heart raced. He had heard stories of powerful fleets that had disappeared without a trace, but to find one, abandoned in such a remote corner of space, it felt like fate had led him here. "Can we scan for any useful technology?" Kieran asked, his curiosity piqued. "Yes, Captain, but we'll need to get closer to get a detailed scan," Harris replied. Kieran hesitated for a moment, staring at the eerie fleet. Something about it felt wrong, as if the ships were waiting for him to discover their secrets. He steered the Vanguard forward, the ships looming larger in the viewport. As they approached, Kieran could feel a weight of the silence pressing down on him. They docked with the closest ship, an enormous warship with a sleek design that was unlike anything humanity had ever built. The hull was lined with alien symbols, and the structure seemed far more advanced than anything Kieran had ever encountered. It was as if the fleet belonged to a civilization far beyond humanity's current understanding. "Lieutenant, let's explore. But be careful," Kieran said, his voice a little shaky despite his attempts to remain calm. He and Harris suited up and stepped into the eerie, empty corridors of the alien ship. The air was cold, and the low hum of the ship's dormant systems sent a shiver down Kieran's spine. As they ventured deeper, it became clear that the ship had once been a formidable force. Weapons were still mounted, though dormant, and the crew quarters, though devoid of life, showed signs of a once thriving civilization. But it was what they found in the ship's command center that truly changed everything. On the massive central console, a single message blinked on the screen. A message in a language Kieran couldn't understand. But the words weren't the most important part. It was the image beneath them, a human symbol, the emblem of Earth itself. Kieran's heart skipped a beat. "Harris, do you see that?" Lieutenant Harris stepped forward, his eyes widening in disbelief. "It can't be. But it is. That's the Earth symbol. But how is it here? In an alien ship?" Kieran's mind raced. The implications were staggering. Could humanity have been here before? Could this fleet have been waiting for the right moment to make itself known, or had some powerful force, one far beyond human comprehension, recognized humanity's potential and left this fleet for them to find? As Kieran stared at the screen, a voice came over the comms. It was a strange, distorted sound, like a transmission from deep space, but it was unmistakably human. "Captain Cole, you have found us. Now you must decide. Will you use what is here to conquer, or will you build something greater?" Kieran's breath caught in his throat. The voice was distant, but it was undeniably human. The fleet wasn't just a relic, it was a message, one that had been waiting for the right moment. That moment was now. The next few days were filled with frantic activity. Kieran and his crew worked tirelessly to understand the technology of the fleet. They found advanced weapons, star maps, and technology far beyond anything humanity had ever dreamed of. But even more important were the records they uncovered, documents that detailed the fleet's origins and its creators. To their astonishment, the fleet had been a gift, left by a hidden group of humans who had discovered the secret of space travel long before Earth had even begun to reach for the stars. This group, known as the Ascendants, had foreseen the rise of a new human empire. They had left the fleet as a way to jumpstart humanity's true potential in the universe. The fleet's abandonment, however, had been part of a long and careful plan, one designed to wait until humanity had reached a certain threshold of maturity and technological prowess. And now that time had come. "We've been given the tools to become something greater," Kieran said to his crew, his voice filled with conviction. "We are not just survivors of Earth. We are the inheritors of a legacy, one that will change the course of history." The revolution had begun. Kieran's discovery sparked a movement, one that transcended borders, ideologies, and differences. The fleet, now in the hands of humanity, gave them the power to challenge the old systems of control and bring about a new era, an era where humans would not just survive, but thrive. And in the quiet reaches of space, as Kieran stood at the helm of the Vanguard, he realized something profound. Humanity had always been told it was too small, too fragile to dominate the stars. But now, with the fleet's technology, humans were poised to rewrite the rules of the galaxy, and the universe would never be the same again. The revolution had begun. Humanity had discovered that it was not alone, and with the abandoned fleet, it would carve its place in the cosmos, not as a forgotten relic, but as the dominant force in the galaxy. End.